Chinedu, I'm done with this relationship.
Please, my love, don't break up with me.
Precious did not come from a rich home. She was raised in a small village where life was simple but hard. From a young age, she understood what it meant to manage food, manage clothes, and manage dreams. Her parents did their best, but poverty followed them like a shadow. Everything began to change when Precious met Chinedu. Chinedu was a mechanic. He worked in a noisy, dusty workshop where the smell of oil never left his clothes. He was not educated, but was very intelligent. He was not rich, but he was responsible. What he lacked in money, he made up for with sincerity and hard work. When Precious gained admission into the university, it was Chinedu who stood by her, while others only congratulated her. Chinedu stepped in and paid her school fees. He bought her books, sent her feeding money, and checked on her every single day. Many nights he slept in the workshop, doing extra jobs so Precious would not lack. To Chinedu, Precious was not just his girlfriend, she was his future. He believed that when she graduated, they would build a better life together. And for a long time, Precious believed so too. But university life exposed Precious to a new world. She met classmates who drove cars, wore expensive clothes, and spoke confidently about traveling abroad. On social media, she follows influencers who lived what people called soft life. Slowly, Precious began to compare. Each time Chinedu came to visit her in school, she felt uncomfortable. His clothes looked old. His hands were rough. His life looked slow. Meanwhile, the world around her seems to be moving fast. In her final year, Chinedu paid her last school fees with joy in his heart. But Precious no longer felt grateful. Instead, she felt trapped. She began to see Chinedu as a reminder of poverty, not sacrifice. Without realizing it, ambition turned into dissatisfaction, and dissatisfaction quietly turned into greed. One afternoon, Precious went to Chinedu's workshop. The sound of agents filled the air. Chinedu smiled when he saw her, but that smile did not last long. He thought Precious came to visit him, but what Precious came to tell him will break his heart and shatter his heart forever. Precious told him she could not continue the relationship anymore. She said love was not enough. She wanted comfort. She wanted a better life. Chinedu was shocked. He reminded her of their journey, of his sacrifice, of the future he was still building. He begged her to be patient. He pleaded with her. But Precious had already decided. She walked away from the workshop, leaving Chinedu standing silently, surrounded by cars but completely alone. Glory was Precious' closest friend. Let's even call them best of friends. When Glory heard about the breakup, she was worried. She reminded Precious of Chinedu's love and loyalty. She warned her that money without peace could destroy her, but Precious didn't listen. Instead, Precious felt insulted. She even accused Gloria of jealousy. She told her to go and marry Chinedu herself if she admired him so much. That conversation ended their childhood friendship, their friendship of years. That day, Precious silenced the one voice that could have saved her. Not long after graduation, Precious met Elliot Johnson. Elliot was calm, handsome, and wealthy. Money flowed around him effortlessly. He took Precious to places she had only seen online. He bought her expensive gifts without hesitation. Elliot never talked much about his past, but Precious did not care because the money was flowing. That is all she cared about, the money and what she benefited from Elliot. For the first time, Precious felt chosen by words. She believed she had finally escaped poverty. Everything happened so fast. Elliot proposed to Precious within weeks. There was no proper introduction, no family involvement, no deep questions. Precious ignored every red flag because of money. She believed money made her feel secure. She believed love would grow later. What she did not know was that love built on greed has no foundation. The wedding was quiet, too quiet. There was no celebration, no laughter, no gathering of friends or family. Precious noticed it, but she pushed the feeling aside. Elliot explained that he preferred a private life and disliked unnecessary attention. To Precious, this sounded classy and mature. not knowing what Elliot was hiding from her. But from the very first night, something felt different. The house was beautiful, yet it felt empty. The walls were silent, and the air felt heavier than normal. And Precious kept giving herself hope by telling herself that it was just adjustment. After all, she had finally gotten the life she wanted. Still, deep inside her, a small voice whispered that something was wrong. But greed has a way of silencing warnings. Because Precious was greedy, she didn't marry Elliot because she genuinely loved him or cared about him. She married him to escape poverty. As days turned into weeks, Precious began to notice strange patterns. Elliot often left the house late at night. Without explanation, sometimes Precious would wake up and find the bed cold, even though the weather was hot. Whenever she asked questions, Elliot's tone changed. Elliot became distant and firm, warning her not to dig into matters she could not understand. The love that once felt exciting now felt controlled and cold. Fear slowly gripped into Precious' heart. The luxury no longer brought comfort. Instead, it brought confusion. For the first time, she wondered if chasing money had truly been worth it. Then the next morning, Elliot apologized by telling her they should go to a shopping mall. That day at the shopping mall started like any normal outing. Precious felt proud walking beside Elliot because Elliot was one of the biggest guys in town. He has money, he's kind, he's handsome. Elliot is everything every woman will want. Elliot took her to expensive stores. She felt like she has finally arrived. She felt like a queen. Then suddenly, a woman froze when she saw Elliot. Her voice shook as she called out his name. The mall went quiet. People stopped walking. When she screamed that Elliot Johnson had died 3 years ago, time itself seems to pause. Before Precious could ask questions, Elliot's face changed. He stood still in shock, expressionless, and then he vanished. Right there in public, Precious screamed and collapsed to the floor as panic spread around her. Precious woke up in the hospital, confused and shaking. Doctors said she had suffered severe shock. The woman from the mall later returned to explain everything. She had known Elliot years ago and had attended his burial. There was no mistake, Elliot Johnson was dead. She told Precious she has been married to a ghost. Now it began to make sense to Precious. No wonder there was no family, no friends, no relative, nobody on their wedding day. As the truth sank in, Precious realized she had married a ghost. Fear overwhelmed her. The word she admired suddenly felt cursed. Her entire world shattered in one moment. To think she left the man that loved her, the man that genuinely cared for her, the man that sponsored her through university for money, for the same man who was a ghost. After that day, nothing worked again. Precious' bank card were declined. Her phone line stopped connecting. When she returned to the house, security guards refused to let her in. Friends she met through work disappeared. All the friends she met through Elliot, she couldn't reach any one of them. They all disappeared. Calls were unanswered. Messages went unread. The luxury life she chased vanished as quickly as it appeared. And Precious was left alone, confused and ashamed, with nowhere else to go. Precious returned to her mother's village home. The same house she once felt ashamed of now became her refuge. The same poverty she ran from now embraced her. Her mother did not ask too many questions. She only held her daughter and thanked God she was alive. But Precious could not forgive herself. Every night she replayed her choices. Every morning she woke up with regrets. While Precious struggled, Chinedu's life slowly improved. He continued working hard, focused, and patient. Glory stood by him, not with pressure, but with support and understanding. Their friendship grew into love, built on trust and shared values. They married quietly, not with wealth, but with peace. Their home was simple, but their hearts were content. One day, Precious gathered the courage to visit Chinedu's house. She apologized sincerely for everything, for being ungrateful, for abandoning Chinedu when Chinedu needed her the most, for her wrong choices, for leaving Chinedu, for marrying the rich Elliot. She admitted her mistakes. Chinedu listened calmly. There was no anger in his voice, only acceptance. He forgave her, but he did not return, not as lover, but just forgiveness from his heart, because life had moved on. Peace had already chosen its place. That day, Precious learned that forgiveness does not always mean restoration. Precious left Chinedu's house, and Precious also found out that her best friend, Gloria, is now married to Chinedu and pregnant. They are both expecting their first child together. Then she went back to her mother's house. In the living room, Precious recorded a video, not for sympathy, but for truth. She spoke openly about her mistakes, her greed, and the price she paid. How she lost everything because of greed. But she warned young women not to trade peace for promises or love for money. Even though she lost everything, she gained wisdom. After Precious made that video, she realized that she couldn't stay back in the village. Leaving the village wasn't easy. Precious stood at the roadside with a small bag in her hand and tears in her mother's eyes. This time, she wasn't living because she was chasing luxury. She was living because she wanted to rewrite her story. The city she once ran to in pride, she now returned to in humility. No dreams of shortcuts, no hunger for fast money. Just one quiet prayer in her heart. God, give me a second chance and the strength to use it well. The city didn't welcome her easily. Day after day, Precious walked under the sun, knocking on doors, submitting applications, sitting in offices where nobody even looked at her direction. She heard words like, "We are not hiring. Come back next month. We will call you." But no call came. Sometimes she stood by the roadside and cried quietly. Not because she was weak, but because starting again is never easy. Yet every morning she woke up and tried again. Not out of desperation, but out of courage. One afternoon, when she had almost lost hope, her phone rang. A small supermarket invited her for an interview. They didn't care about beauty, status, or the past. They only wanted someone honest and hardworking. She got the job. The salary was very small. The shop was simple. But Precious smiled as she wore her name tag. For the first time, she wasn't pretending to be someone else. She was building her life slowly, quietly, and truly. Life became steady, not glamorous, but peaceful. She learned to save from little. She rented a tiny room, cooked her own meals, washed her clothes by hand, and slept each night with a clear conscience. Sometimes she remembered her past, the cars, the mansions, the illusion. But instead of regret, she felt grateful. She felt gratitude because she finally understood. Peace is blessing, self-respect is wealth, contentment is freedom. She wasn't rich, but she was healing. Precious became a quieter, wiser woman. She no longer chased what glittered. She no longer envied life she didn't understand. And she no longer mistook material things for success. She walked with humility and she walked with dignity. She carried her story not with wound but with wisdom. She may have lost money, comfort, and illusions, but she gained character, strength, identity, and peace. And sometimes, the greatest success in life is not what you own, but who you become. If this story touched you or you learned something from it, please tell me in the comments which part spoke to you the most. And if you love real life stories with powerful lessons, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. I will see you in my next story. Bye.